Hey team, welcome again to Advanced Theories in Organizational Design and Development. We're going to be talking today about what do you do when you've given recommendations as a consultant on the design and now you don't know if they're going to do what you say once you leave as a coach or a consultant or whatever you are. Gosh, you want to make sure they're following through and they feel the benefit and experience the benefit of what you've done. So what do you do to help them follow through? All right, let me give you some ideas about that. Here's my first one. Sell them on needing you to be there. Tell them, and I do this all the time because what people want is, can you give me a piece of paper and video and we'll do all that stuff? And they don't have the capacity or whatever. Sell them on needing you because, number one, you did create it on a knowledge and experience level of learning about them, so you know it better than anybody else. Number two is that you've got people in the organization who are doing other things. And so if it's HR, well, they're doing other stuff. If it's ops, they're doing other stuff. It's just one more task for them, and most people work too much anyway. You say, I'd like for you to keep retaining me because I think it'll bring you the best benefit because I come in and that's all I care about is making sure you follow through with the plan here. And I think it can be very, very much your while. I think it's a very, very strong way to stay retained and also to give them the benefits they're looking for. But suppose that doesn't happen. And no, thank you very much. Then second, sell them on a transitional process. Instead of you're taking them all the way through completion. I mean, I've had clients hire me for years to complete a project, but sometimes they'll say, no, we just want to get somebody else to do it. Then why don't we just kind of push back a bit and say, then consider this a transitional process where I bring everybody up to speed on this, so by the time I'm done, I know it's in place. Meaning, I want to see. I would like, if you're talking to, Jill, CEO, I would like to see people moving down the path of the design we have before I leave. Because if it's all in theory, I'm sorry, chances are very low it'll become action. I want to see it activated and make sure that I trust what's going on. And a lot of people say, I get that. I'll give you an example. I'm a real fan of RACI, and I'm sure you've heard about RACI. We talk about it. It's really helpful. It's a matrix for getting things done. It's an acronym, as everything is. R stands for responsible. Okay, so who's completing the task? And that's the task worker. Who's actually doing the work? Maybe it's in a system. Maybe it's a phone system. Maybe it's an IT system. Maybe it's a financial system. R is for responsible. The A is accountable. Well, who's accountable? Meaning who's making decisions and in what goes on? Well, that tends to be the task manager who's kind of directing the task worker. Then C stands for consulted. Well, who will be communicated about this about decisions and tasks? They don't have to be the person who's making decisions, but you better go to them. Like maybe finances needs to go to marketing and say we want to do this about the money and we want to tell you where we're going with that, so they could say, well, you need our input there. That's the C part. And then I is informed. Who will be updated? They're not part of that, but at some kind of frequency, you got to let them know this is affecting you. I want to let you know that. You don't have a lot of voice in it because you're not that involved, but it's important. So R, responsible, A, accountable, C, consulted, and D, informed. Really, really helpful. And so what you do is you make this really easy one-page plan of what you want in the design you've put together, and you make the RACI matrix. I mean, just wiki RACI, it's all over the place. And they're very apt to use the tables they have. And you say, so I want to have this plan that we're going to design a culture change or how to communicate more effectively or whatever. And here's the people that I see need to be doing this. So you put all this together, but you don't fill in the blanks yet about who is in what position. You really want to get input from the team on that because they're the ones that say, well, I'm the one that's got time or doesn't have time for them, I'm the right person or I'm not the right person for that. But make sure when you get everybody together and say, here's the plan we're going to do that you've hired me to do, and I'm transitioning out, and so here's the matrix, the RACI matrix says here's how it's going to work. So I want to know who the A is. In other words, who's the champion? Who's going to say, I'm the bottom line? And if it's successful, then everybody says, great. And a good leader, if you're successful, says it was the team, right? And a good leader, if the things aren't successful, say it was me. That's what good leaders do, right? When you tell a person, I need to know who's accountable for this. And you line that up. And then you fill in the other blanks. You put the R in there, the C and the I. And generally speaking, there's going to be more than one person for the R, more than one person for the C and the I. And then you set the timeline. So in the next, how long is this initiative that we just designed? 3 months, 6 months, year? Set up the timeline with what's going to happen in between and how often you meet, and then monitoring the metrics. Who's going to monitor metrics? Let's go back. It's going to be the A, the accountable person. They're the person that keeps checking, and the reason they check is not just to like yell at people because they're not getting there. It gives them data so they can make changes in course. You know, you're building the airplane and you're flying the airplane, and so how do we change where the airplane goes? That's because that person A is monitoring the metrics on some informed basis. Then you measure it at the end of the timeline. See what we just did? We have a one-page overview of what the plan is, the design plan, and you said, I'd like to be here for this just to get it started. And I always tell them, if you don't want to keep me for the whole time, let me sit in on a couple of meetings, like let's say a couple of months, and let me see how it's going, because I can help you make sure that this is going to continue. Now, there's a third option where they just say, just give us the plan. And I always stay relational about that. I give them why they need to keep me on the whole thing, and I also give them why, if that doesn't work, why I need to be around the first couple of months of the implementation. But I'll just say, well, great, here's the plan, here it is, let me know how it goes, and reach out if you've got a problem. I never burn bridges. I just say, reach out. And a lot of times they'll call about 6 months later and say, it's going crazy. Our people don't know what they're doing. Can you come back in? Sure, I'll be glad to. Those are your three options. But that's how it works. So you can make sure in this kind of design level that the best marketing for you and your business is for companies to say, they came in, they understood our problems, they understood the cause of our problems. Remember, there's fruit and then there's roots. So they understood our problems and then what was underneath and what would it take to fix it. And then they come up with a plan with us, and then they started off, and we're different now. We are more successful now because of this consultant. That's how you want to be working forever, and that's just what works. All right, anyway, have a good class.